turned it on.
Which just fired up. Now you can get to it now from going to our website at talk973.com. Top middle of the page is where the link is located. Just click on the link right there in the top middle of the page to get you there. If you're on your mobile device, YouTube will do the work. You just put Mornings with the Leader Man in the search. And if you're on your mobile device, just saying, hey, I don't need all that bandwidth from video. Let me get just the audio. That's available too. You just go to, on your mobile device, to your streaming apps, such as Streama, or what else is there? iTunes. Yeah, just put WEEB into the search and we'll be at the top. If you're on your website, our website at talk973.com, that stream is located in the upper right-hand corner of every page where it says On the Air, Listen Live. Click that once, and you're listening that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills area, now it's just going to be the same for the next 10 days, so this will be a short forecast.
We're just going to copy and paste from yesterday.
Yeah. Partly cloudy every day with a chance of scattered thunderstorms every day. High in the mid to upper 90s every day.
Yep.
The only difference is, well, the humidity is going to be 70 plus every day. So it's going to suck out there every day. When there's a ray of hope, I'll let you know. The only ray of hope today is this afternoon the dew points may drop into the upper 60s, like 68. That's as best we'll do, but that's on the max end of tolerable.
Yeah.
But with 96-degree temperatures, I think that kills that off.
I was going to say.
Tomorrow is 98 with a heat index of 104. And Mike Mays was saying last night that, Mike Mays. Was saying last night that he wouldn't be surprised by the end of this heat streak of 90-plus days if we don't see heat indexes in the 115, 117 range.
Yikes.
That'll be pretty ugly.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah, I just think
let's hope he's wrong.
I think that's how the song, I Think I'll Just Stay Here and Drink by Merle Haggard got started.
Very well may have been.
No use going outside and just melting. You know, the Wicked Witch of the West, she needed water. All I need is North Carolina heat.
Well, there's plenty of humidity. There's your water.
Yeah, when the humidity comes out, it gets to be something else. In fact, looking for something.
Uh-oh. Are you find anything on that desktop over there?
Well, I put it in
beyond
certain
me.
places.
I could come in here and rearrange all your little icons and you'd be lost. The neighbors hear you screaming.
Do I know?
I said if I moved all the icons on your desktop, just came in here and rearranged them, you would probably go into orbit, wouldn't you? Because you couldn't find anything. I have to remember that for April Fool's next year.
Yeah, that will be so funny. I'd just be laughing my you-know-what off. I got my icons arranged, but Dorothy doesn't like them. So
There's too many of them. Good grief. How do you see the picture?
Good for you.
How do you see the picture? It's a beautiful picture of Nick on the beach, and you can't even see him for all those little icons stuck on his head.
Well,
I mean, you don't even have him positioned so that you can see him. I mean, they're
like I said, they're in a certain order. I need to clean some of them off.
No kidding.
Yeah, but what I was looking for when we were talking about the dew points,
Oh, okay. What'd you
combined
find?
with high temperatures, that's when I'm yelling. I said,
You cursed brat! Look what you've done! I'm melting! Melting! Oh, what a world! What a world! Who thought a good little girl like you could destroy my beautiful...
You hear me crying?
Yes, I hear you. That's about what you sound like.
Now today they can't show that.
No?
No, someone being tortured
Oh, yeah.
live on a kids movie.
The horrors. How did we survive childhood? And
back-
not all become mass murderers?
Here comes one of my old war stories.
Uh-oh. I'm braced.
As a journalistic photographer for the News and Observer, I got assigned to cover kids watching this is back when things got shown at the movie theater, not on the computer. Computer hadn't been invented yet. Maybe it had been invented, but not on the
I was
mass
to say it was
scale.
still in testing stages, I think, at that point.
But anyway, this was back in the 70s when I got assigned to go to the Village Theater in Raleigh and shoot pictures of kids at the movie theater watching The Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of hard to get kids in a dark theater to show up on film
Yeah, that does sound like an impossible task.
without popping off the strobe and disrupting the whole place.
Right.
So you have to do a time exposure on a tripod.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, the screen's moving during that open frame, so it goofs that up.
Yeah.
So I did the next best thing. I went to the back of the lobby and took a picture of all the massive amount of kids that were at the candy counter during the witches scene. And it was half the theater. I'm going to go get some popcorn. Okay, I'll stay here and watch the torture.
There you go.
Watch her melt off the stage. Mom, seriously, is that too intense for a kid?
I never thought so.
Obviously, it affects them because I got the visual proof.
That just happened to be what they timed it, so that's when popcorn would run out.
No, when I walked in, there wasn't maybe 3 or 4 kids at the counter.
Yeah.
This is like 60 all of a sudden. It's crazy.
I didn't think it was that bad a scene.
Well, I think they were afraid of her.
Well, yeah, that's possible.
You know, when she lights the scarecrow on fire and
Yeah.
everything else.
It's been a while since I've seen that movie. My kids are kind of big. They don't watch it anymore.
Yeah, it used to be, came on once a year on Sunday in living color
Yes.
on NBC.
I'm sure I could find it somewhere streaming.
Well, it's out there. All right, 7:36. What else we got in our soundbite library today? Of course, this is the second day of Amazon Prime Day, and your chance to once again help out Jeff Bezos.
Life after divorce is tough. Poor Jeff Bezos was forced to sit in the prime seats at Wimbledon with his girlfriend instead of the royal seats. And rather than flying in first class with an airline, Bezos is forced to ride in a $70 million Gulfstream private jet. And unfortunately, the only thing he could afford to buy his gardener this year was a Tesla rather than a new helicopter. Won't you please help Jeff Bezos during this difficult time? By participating in the corporate made-up holiday known as Amazon Prime Day, you can help Jeff Bezos survive with his mere net worth of $165 billion. Shop on Amazon today and save. Save Jeff Bezos, that is.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even look at Amazon Prime Day yesterday.
I didn't either. I was going to look, but whatever. I said, do I need anything? Then don't be spending money.
Yeah.
All right, 30 seconds inside a woman's head. Today's episode is Jeopardy Home Game.
And now it's time for another episode of 30 Seconds Inside a Woman's Head.
My friend invited me over, and we're all going to play the Jeopardy home game. I'm so good at trivia, but people hate a know-it-all, so I'll just go easy with my answers. I mean questions. Oh, see? I'm doing it already. I gotta play dumb, but not too dumb. Guys don't respect dumb girls. Or wait, do they like dumb girls? Oh, I know why they like them dumb. Well, my competitive nature is always telling me to win, so I guess I'll go home alone. I'll go home alone, a winner.
And that was another episode of 30 Seconds Inside a Woman's Head.
Yeah.
That was enlightening.
Today is Happy World Snake Day.
World Snake Day?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you celebrating it yet?
I can't say that I am.
Here's a little snake fact. Nearly 1/3 of humans have an intense fear of snakes.
I don't doubt that. I've seen some people get really freaked out over snakes, even rubber snakes.
Well, anyway, here is our celebration.
Happy World Snake Day, also known as Get That Slimy, Hissy, Slithering Thing Away From Me Day. My wife saw a snake in the backyard and now we have to move day. Or World Ophidiophobia Day. That's the abnormal fear of snakes. Seriously, they creep me the hell out.
Mm-hmm.
I had one living under my porch for a while. Big old black snake.
Well, there's a whole bunch of black snakes living in that drain there at the dog park.
Oh, I'm sure.
One right there at the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, don't expect the town of Southern Pines to do anything about it. But they're snapping it all. You know, it's a natural place for a dog to stick his nose up.
Oh, yeah.
And they do. And now they're getting bit. One day, maybe it won't be a non-poisonous black snake.
Maybe.
It's important during the summer to keep regular and hydrated, which is why I always put some Fiber One in my Jack Daniels.
And now, summertime tips from the elderly.
It's important during the summer to keep regular and hydrated, which is why I always put some Fiber One in my Jack Daniels.
That was a summertime tip from the elderly.
I didn't know they had given me the script. I thought it was the lead-in line.
Oops. I was like, wait a minute.
All right, from our stupid news category this morning, a guy in Pennsylvania was surprised to find some of his delicious barbecue ribs had been eaten by DoorDash delivery driver.
Ooh.
Here's Chris Payton talking about how he had ordered 2 exact orders, and they were clearly different.
Opened up the food, looked at it. One was half eaten and one was full. Here's mine. You see the piece right here. It's been torn off, a good chunk of it eaten there. I was just dumbfounded. I was really shocked that something like that would happen. I guess she pulled over to the side of the road and just decides to have herself a little snack before she delivers. It's crazy. I don't understand people why they would have to do something like that. It's somebody's food. You pay for that, you expect to get it. You pay for a service. Treat your customers with respect. Treat somebody how you would want to be treated yourself.
Yeah, and I bet you gave him a tip, too, didn't you?
Well, if you decide to drive for DoorDash, don't do it hungry. Here's the lesson of the day.
Well, you know they're going to turn him in. That'll be his last.
That'll be his last
DoorDash.
delivery.
Well, you just go right over to Uber. Uber has a delivery service, too, don't they?
Maybe.
Probably how the guy's eating dinner every night.
It's very possible.
Oh, you don't need all this hush puppies?
I couldn't do something like DoorDash. I'd be tempted to eat all that good smelling food in my car all the time. I'd be the size of a house.
Well, I could do it. But then I'm Superman.
Uh-huh.
So I can do these. Well, see, I can do all the deliveries in less than 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because I can fly.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
In my car. A woman in Missouri was picking up her daughter when her SUV was stolen. She keeps an eye on where her stolen credit cards were being used. She found out the thieves were at a Applebee's. Here she is talking about how she hung out for a while and stole her Toyota 4Runner back and then called the police.
I got out of the car for 2 seconds to grab my daughter, turned around, and my car was gone. We stalked this lady, literally, for 48 hours.
An attendant at a gas station told Reno the car thieves said they were headed to Applebee's. Reno decided it was time for dinner, too.
Got our waters, and she walked in the door, and I about had a heart attack.
She has my wallet in her hand and my keys in her hand.
Oh, my God. So, before I call the cops, I wanted to show you guys what I just found by doing our own stalking at Applebee's, and my heart's racing.
Look at the back seat. Look at the back seat. Beer in my car seat.
There's stuff in the car seat. There's stuff on the seats. It's just gross.
Yeah, that's Juanita and Lolita and everybody else.
Yeah.
As they hauled around, spilling their beer in your backseat.
Wow. That's just... Wow.
It's the halfway point in the year 2019, and the list of most stressed cities in America has been released.
Uh-oh.
So congratulations, Detroit. You're number one. Cleveland came in second place, which reminded us of that tourism ad for Cleveland.
There's a tourism ad for Cleveland?
Yeah.
Welcome to Cleveland, you Major League All-Stars. Spend all your money and have fun while you're here. It could be worse. You could be in Detroit.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Still a Detroit.
I forgot I had heard that before.
KFC is selling tacos in France. They posted a new ad where the French Colonel Sanders talks about it. And the whole thing is in French, but it's odd hearing him talk about KFC, tacos, guacamole, and Mexico.
Bonjour, je suis le Colonel Sanders de KFC. Je traverse le Mexique pour créer le double tacos. Des tomates fraîches, du guacamole, des tacos moelleux et croustillants à la fois. Sublimé par mon poulet. Le double tacos, mon délicieux poulet au goût du Mexique. Dès maintenant chez KFC.
That's just a weird thing. A chicken place talking about tacos in France. It's just a weird combination.
I can never speak French. You have to have that...
You don't have enough snooty attitude.
I'm going to say condescending attitude
Yeah.
to be able to speak the words right. New dumb trend online is, have you heard about this?
I don't know.
Stapling slices of bread to trees.
What? Why?
Then posting photos of it. Apparently, people on Reddit started it a while back, and some guy who got in on it early has already posted a rap song about it.
Okay.
We'll see how this goes.
Bread and a staple. Bread and a staple. Yeah. Bread and a staple. And a tree. And a tree. Bread stapled to maple or some bread stapled.
All right, before we waste any more of your life with that.
I guess it's a little less harmless. It's a lot less harmless, actually, than like eating Tide Pods or licking ice cream in stores and putting it back. I mean, it's just bread and trees. It's kind of mean to staple a tree, but...
Well, I'd have to get much past the tree bark.
Yeah. At least the birds might get a snack.
Yeah. Or the
the squirrels.
Squirrels. IHOP is celebrating their birthday today by selling 58-cent short stacks of pancakes. They were founded in 1958.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a clip from...
1958?
Yeah, from Perry's Grip song, Do You Like Waffles?
Do you like waffles? Yeah, we like waffles. Do you like pancakes? Yeah, we like pancakes. Do you like French toast? Yeah, we like French toast. Dip, 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 can't wait to get them out. Waffles! Waffles!
All right, before they turns into an earworm.
That just makes me think of a Weird Al Yankovic song. It sounds like something he would do.
Good news filed this morning.
Okay.
A guy happened to be live streaming his walk across a bridge in Omaha, Nebraska.
Obviously.
When he saw a young woman leaning over one of the rails. He stopped to see if she was okay and got her down. Actually, I think she was hurling, but...
Still.
Dude here thinks he's...
Superman?
She's trying to commit suicide and brings it to a halt.
What? Bro, you okay? You all right? What's wrong? No, come on. Come on. You all right? This whatever. Here, sit down, sit down. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. You all right? No. Hey, listen.
Why, sure, I'm perfectly fine. That's why I'm trying to hurl myself off a bridge.
Hey, my oldest actually talked somebody off a bridge not that long ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was walking to church. Saw the guy on the wrong side of the rail. She talked to him for a few minutes. texted my grandmother, who then called the cops and talked him off the bridge. But she kept him talking for a few minutes till the police could get there.
Yeah, you know, Guy, if you come on this side of the bridge, I can fix you up with a friend of mine.
Yeah, she doesn't like talking about it, though. She was pretty scared.
Listen.
It was not too far
Now
from
you have
where,
something to live for, don't you?
Yeah. Well, it was also not too far from where her cousin died, so she doesn't like that bridge anyway.
But before you get my friend, you got to get handcuffed and carried off for a 7-day evaluation.
But yeah, she said hi to him as she walked by, and then realized he was on the wrong side of the railing, and paused to talk to him for a few minutes.
Let's see. Here's my other good news file for you. A military mom in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, a military mom in York, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. Big difference.
Got to throw out the first pitch at a minor league baseball game last week. Then the catcher took off his mask, and it was her son, who just got home after 2 years overseas.
Well, isn't that sweet?
And here she is talking about him right before the big reveal.
Shane is currently stationed in Okinawa. He's been a part of the Marine Corps now for 4 years. Went in straight out of high school and was in the JROTC at Dallastown Area High School, and that's how he got interested in the Corps. There are no words to explain how proud I am. I'm proud that he has made this choice for his life and that he works to serve and protect our country.
Okay.
That's your feel-good moment for the day.
Yeah. And a clip from an upcoming season of Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. Ricky Gervais and Jerry Seinfeld have different opinions about whether it's okay to laugh at someone's bad joke.
Okay.
The new season comes out July 19th on Netflix. Here's that little argument.
If someone does a lame joke, I laugh too much.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a sweet
I don't
guy.
want to make them feel bad.
Oh, I want to just the opposite. I want them to feel horrible.
Wow.
But doesn't it bother you that they think they're funny enough to make a joke, to make you laugh?
But why shouldn't they?
Because you've spent your entire life in this craft.
But you're treating it like an insult, and it's a compliment that they would love you to laugh at them because they like you so much.
Yes, because it would make them think that they're on the same level, and they're not.
But it's not like someone going up to a doctor and going, "Can I take your appendix out?"
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It is to
we
me.
don't do that thing. We're not that important.
Aren't we?
Yeah. But they're not on our same level. Said the snooty Jerry Seinfeld.
I was going to say, he can be a bit of a snot sometimes.
I am so much smarter than you.
Ricky Gervais is pretty funny, though. He's got a great laugh.
Yeah, I'm not so sure I was hot on this show. What was it? The American in an American in dump holes.
Idiot Abroad?
Idiot Abroad, that's it.
I found that hilarious.
Oh, you did. They take this guy who was...
They dump him out in places.
Had average intelligence, and they set him up in a hotel, which is nothing but an S-hole.
Oh, yeah.
You know, with the curtains down and the shutter blinds in the room.
This is a guy that had no interest in ever going anywhere or doing anything with his life other than getting up, going to work, and going home, and then sitting on his butt and watching,
he
sports all night.
Went to the pyramids. He made him ride a camel.
They made him do all kinds of stuff.
Then he went to the Taj Mahal. He says, "Here's a place that is surrounded by, 100,000 Indians."
Mm-hmm.
Because it's so overpopulated there. They got 1.3 billion people there. So you can see how space is a scarce commodity.
Mm-hmm.
And he said you waited 2 hours in a line to sit on a marble bench where Princess Di sat and had her picture taken when they cleared everybody out of there. So they could see something in the picture besides her.
Right.
But you look up and it looks like a swarm of ants everywhere. you know, going zigzag here and there and everywhere else. You know, I couldn't live like that. I got to have some open room, some space to breathe.
Yeah. I couldn't. I don't think I could visit India. Too many people.
Yeah, well, they what am I trying to say?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
That's an acquired taste. I mean, the train ride.
Oh, the trains are amazing. It's like you see this like lump of people move down the street.
Yeah, and if you're trying to get on the train, basically the crowd behind you will crush you to your feet or off the ground, and you just get levitated in, basically, through body weight, pushing against you.
Yeah.
And you imagine driving in a train like that every morning?
No.
And the stench of it?
No.
With every armpit next to you, sweating, because it's a high humidity place.
Yeah. Well, if you don't know any different, it's just normal for you, I guess.
I guess. Okay, you know, I still say we should have a national week off in honor of Mr. Carrier, who invented the air conditioner.
That would be this week, right? Because the temperatures are looking at being in the triple digits.
Whatever the week is, I would celebrate it. I would take the week off just to celebrate it.
To do nothing but sit in the air conditioning and smile.
That's right. Imagine surviving this week without it.
Well, if I weren't conditioned to the air conditioning, I probably could survive this week without it.
Well, I did as a kid because nobody had air conditioning.
Right.
Our schools didn't have air conditioning. Now we close them because it's too hot to go to school.
It's too expensive.
Our precious snowflakes might melt waiting for a bus. It's ridiculous. We took the testosterone out of the school.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about fighting testosterone. I'm just talking about muscling through some stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like waiting for the bus instead of giving them door-to-door service, because that bus starts right in front of everybody's door.
Yeah.
You know, doo-doo. Or they have some paging system that they text them, say the bus will be there in 3 minutes. Bus will be there in 2 minutes.
That's why we need GPS buses that ping kids' phones and said the bus is coming. Yeah, maybe that'll speed them up.
Then you still got to sit there and wait for little Johnny to come out the daggone door and get on the bus.
That's because they have to then get on the bus and they have to look over the seats and figure out where they want to sit and struggle their way to the seat. And the bus driver can't move until the kid's seated.
Yeah. And then when they drop them off, it's just as bad.
You'd think they'd fly off the bus, man.
You think little Johnny could see where he was on his route and be ready to get off the bus?
When I rode the bus, I'd watch where I was. So I'd be like, okay, I'm home. I can get off the bus.
Yeah.
Get the heck out of Dodge, quick.
You know, that bus driver should be slowing down the second he comes to a stop. Little Johnny should be exiting the bus.
Yeah.
I mean, his foot on the ground, and the bus goes, takes off.
Not quite that quick. You don't want to accidentally run a kid over.
Oh,
but he's gotta saunter his way around the bus and.
Oh, I gotta go pick up my books. I'll throw them in the back there. Let me see. Where's my hat? Where's my hat? And then they come off the bus about 3 minutes later and got to talk back to the people on the bus and
stroll around it.
We've all about chewed our arm off waiting for this to happen.
And the sad thing is, I think it's worse in the pickup line at school when people take their kids to and from school. A few times I've taken my kids and dropped them off at school. I've wanted to clobber people.
Last night on The Bachelorette, I knew Dorothy was looking at this one.
I was.
Hannah sent Luke P. home after he told her he would not marry her if she slept with any of the other guys on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about sex. Okay. I just want to make sure you're not going to be, sexually intimate with, the other relationships here.
Okay.
Like, I totally have all the trust in the world for you, but at the same time, I just want to make sure we're on the same page. If you told me you're having sex or you had sex with one or multiple of these guys, I would be wanting to go home. 100%.
I've prayed so much for clarity, and I feel like I've finally gotten clarity on you. And I do not want you to be my husband.
I'm so glad I don't watch that. I don't think I'm missing much, am I?
I've decided I do not want you to be my husband. Well, it'd work out anyway. You only known her.
What, a week?
With 12 guys trying to chase her.
Yeah, never seen any episodes of that, The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, and I think my brain cells have thanked me for that.
That hot streak that began over the weekend continues again today. Today we're calling it day 4 of mid and upper 90s, and there are many more days of this to come. Later this afternoon, we're on the lookout for a shower or a thunderstorm. They'll be on an isolated basis, about a 30% chance. Mid to upper 90s the highs. Some evening showers and storms possible with low to mid 70s, and then a 20% chance for a storm Wednesday. It's partly cloudy, the highs again in the mid to upper 90s. I'm Mike Mays in the North Carolina News Network Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sand Hills, 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM, WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. The Trump administration putting taxpayer-funded family planning clinics on notice, telling them to immediately stop making abortion referrals.
The Health and Human Services Department is formally notifying the clinics that it will begin enforcing the ban on abortion referrals, along with a requirement the clinics maintain separate finances from facilities that provide abortions. Another requirement that both kinds of facilities cannot be under the same roof would take effect next year. The move is being hailed by religious conservatives who see the regulation as a means to end what they believe is an indirect taxpayer subsidy of abortion providers. It is widely seen as a blow against Planned Parenthood. Jeremy House, Washington.
Later today, lawmakers in the House expected to vote on a resolution condemning President Trump's tweets attacking 4 progressive congresswomen. A draft text of the Democrat resolution explicitly calls the tweets racist. The president said the 4 lawmakers should go back to where they came from if they don't like it here. Everyone accounted for after a natural gas explosion leveled a Southern California home, killing a gas company worker in Riverside County. Sempra Energy Cedric Williams saying the blast may have been the result of some excavation work going on at the site.
Information indicates that the contractor did not call 811 to have gas lines marked prior to digging on the property as is required by law. We urge all contractors and homeowners to ensure that 811 is called to have gas lines marked prior to digging.
There is concern over the fate of a UAE-flagged oil tanker. It was last heard from more than 2 days ago while traveling through the Strait of Hormuz. On Wall Street this morning, stock futures pointing to a higher open. Right now, Dow futures up 44 points, S&P futures better by 3, and NASDAQ futures currently up 5.5 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
When it comes to your pain, many of you might be skeptical, like I was, about ordering Relief Factor. Pat Boone again for this wonderful 100% drug-free supplement designed to help your own body lower or eliminate occasional aches and pains due to aging, exercise, everyday living. I'm not skeptical any longer. The 3-week quick start is now discounted to only $19.95. Why don't you let us see if we can get you out of pain, too, at ReliefFactor.com.
This is Carl on his motorcycle.
Let's ride till we run out of gas.
And this is Carl off his motorcycle.
Balsa wood is very different than teak. People confuse the two.
On his motorcycle.
Hey, check out that view.
Off his motorcycle.
Let's do puzzles in the break room.
On.
Look at all that open road.
Off.
Look how long my fingernails are getting.
You're better on your bike. Progressive helps keep you on it. Get a quote in as little as 3 minutes at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte has signed a new law criminalizing several forms of public sexual harassment. The BBC's Howard Johnson in Manila.
Under the new law signed by Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte, sexual harassment is now banned in all public places, including streets, workplaces, recreational areas, and on public transport. But women's rights activists in the Philippines have said that the president himself is the single most brazen violator of the law's intent. The political party Gabriela say that Mr. Duterte has himself degraded and objectified women in public statements. Last year, the president said he had sexually assaulted a maid when he was a teenager, though his spokesman later said he had made up the story.
Europe's biggest airline, budget carrier Ryanair, will cut flights and close some of its bases beginning this winter because of the delay in deliveries of the Boeing 737 MAX jetliner. News and analysis, townhall.com. The Senate committee today takes a closer look at Google and YouTube's decision to restrict access to videos from Prager University.
PragerU is in an ongoing legal battle with Google over placing its videos under restrictions on YouTube. Some of the titles put under restriction: Why America Must Lead, Gun Rights or Women's Rights, and Israel, the World's Most Moral Army. Prager says its videos are created with what it calls the sole intent of educating people of all ages about America's founding values. Google and YouTube advertise YouTube to the public as a forum for free speech. YouTube stating that it's, quote, committed to fostering a community where everyone's voice can be heard. Bob Agnew reporting.
As questions surround Facebook's plans to create a digital currency, Congress opening 2 days of hearings on the heels of criticism from President Trump. Federal officials concerned the currency could be used for money laundering and terrorism financing. Yet on Wall Street, Dow futures up 45 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
War Dog's Army Surplus Store in Southern Pines is Southern Pines' #1 surplus store. Serving the Fort Bragg area, we buy, sell, and trade military, tactical, outdoor clothing, and gear. We are your military surplus low-price leader and take pride in serving our local military members and community. Bring us your military gear because we pay more and sell for less than anyone in the area, guaranteed. At War Dogs, we make it our top priority to provide quality, high-end tactical gear at the lowest prices. Come in today and bring your used gear or check out our massive inventory, the largest in Southern Pines. We're open Monday through Friday, 10:30 until 5:30 and 11 to 4 on Saturday. We're located at 675 Southwest Broad Street in Southern Pines, right across the street from Beefeaters. Or give us a call at 910-920-7749. That's 920-7749. War Dogs.
Neck, shoulder, or back pain can be downright debilitating. If you have those issues, you already know that, and you don't need me to tell you about the opioid crisis. There's another, better way. I'm talking about chiropractic, a healing art that's also science. Dr. Sharon Wright of Wright Chiropractic in Seven Lakes invites you to come in for a discussion about how chiropractic works and could work for you. To be sure, there are many of you out there that have reached the proverbial dead end trying to treat and manage your pain.
This is Dr. Wright. I can't guarantee I can fix every problem, but I will tell you honestly whether chiropractic can be of help for your particular issue. Living with pain is not always the only option. Doesn't it make sense to explore every avenue before resigning yourself to the limitations of pain? Call our office today to schedule a consultation and start living again. 673-2225.
Carolina Power and Generators in Carthage reminds you that hurricane season has officially arrived. An average hurricane season brings 4 to 8 hurricanes and 2 to 4 major hurricanes. Carolina Power and Generators serves Moore and the Sandhills area with Generac, the #1 brand in residential standby generators. When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Last year in Moore County alone, 4 out of 5 people lost power for up to 8 days. Carolina Power and Generators provides 24-hour service, supplying power within seconds, whether you're home or away. You get Generac's maintenance plans, low interest financing, and special warranties. Let the generator guys help you be prepared for this hurricane season. Go online to CarolinaGeneratorsInc.com, visit their Facebook, or call 910-241-4677. That's 910-241-4677.
NCN News. I'm Mike Riley. The House is planning a vote to denounce President Donald Trump's recent tweets as racist. Mr. Trump addressed reporters at an event at the White House yesterday and defended tweets directed at 4 Democratic congresswomen that told them to go back to their home countries. CBS News correspondent Nancy Cordes.
Republican backlash gained steam, too.
The tweets are racist and xenophobic, period, in the story.
It's dangerous, it's demeaning to our fellow Americans, and that's simply wrong.
But others defended him.
Come on, of course the president's not racist.
The comments that they have made, the squad, all of them, have been so anti-American.
The Charlotte-Mecklenburg school system announced on Monday that Superintendent Dr. Clayton Wilcox had been suspended and Ernest Winston, the district's chief engagement officer. An ombudsman will be serving as interim superintendent. Winston told parents at a meeting last night.
I thought long and hard about it, and ultimately I said yes because I care tremendously about this school system. I have 2 children of my own in Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools.
R. Kelly is expected in court this morning. The singer was slapped with new charges by federal prosecutors last week, which include paying off alleged victims and child pornography. CBS News correspondent Adriana Diaz.
In a video posted on TMZ Monday, Joycelyn Savage and Azriel Clary, who say they've been living in a consensual relationship with Kelly, supported the singer.
And we are just so thankful for everything that you guys are saying and doing and trying to do to help him.
A 4-month-old girl was reported missing after her mother, who is not allowed to be unsupervised with her, abducted her from a Bladenboro daycare. Authorities say Lanisha Renee Askew was placed in a foster home in Bladen County. Democratic voter has testified that a gerrymandering lawsuit against North Carolina lawmakers is trying to unrig a rigged process. First day of partisan gerrymandering trial included Monday, with Derek Miller of Wilmington taking the stand. You're listening to NCN News.
You're no stranger to hard work. If you were, you wouldn't be here. But is here really where you want to be? Whether you're done just making ends meet, ready to start a new career, or want to go farther in the one you have, North Carolina community colleges are ready for you. They have the courses, real-world learning opportunities, and partnerships with local businesses to get you the education you need and the career you want. Stop settling. Choose a higher education focused on getting you hired. North Carolina Community Colleges, your higher education.
Medicaid expansion, school safety, a statewide bond package, the next state budget. North Carolina lawmakers are tackling these and other topics. You can follow all the action with Carolina Journal. How would these proposals affect you, your wallet, your family? Carolina Journal offers answers. Available each month as a free newspaper. Every day online at carolinajournal.com. Carolina Journal, your best source for government news that affects you. Visit carolinajournal.com today.
There are reports this morning that Iran may have seized another oil tanker, that's one belonging to the United Arab Emirates. CBS This Morning's Gail King on what we know.
The ship is called the Reha. It was passing through the Strait of Hormuz on Sunday, flying a Panamanian flag when it was hailed by Iranian vessels. It has since stopped transmitting its location. CBS News' David Martin, who was traveling in the Middle East with General Frank McKenzie, America's top military commander in that region, confirms that the U.S. is now looking into the situation. The incident came just days after Iran tried to seize a British tanker traveling through the strait.
Hot and humid will be the main theme throughout this week. Expect yet another day in the mid to upper 90s across the state. The only relief will be in the mountains. In Onslow County, Half Moon Volunteer Fire Department Chief Robert Moncrief tells WCTI News.
In outdoor activities, try to wear some light clothing, keep your head covered, use sunscreen as much as possible to try to keep the sunburns down, which your body loses heat faster when your skin is burned.
The General Assembly gave final approval Monday to a measure that would give the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians the authority to offer additional bedding. Counting carbs, there is no need to say no to a slice anymore.
When the moon hits your eye. There's a new reason for dieters to fall in love with pizza. Blaze is taking a keto-friendly pie out of the oven. The crust has just 9 grams of carbs. It's made with flaxseed, cheese, and eggs instead of flour. The toppings, spicy red sauce, mozzarella, bacon, cherry tomatoes, mushrooms, and spinach. It's also gluten-free, part of Blaze's new line of Life Mode pizzas, which includes a protein pizza, a vegan pizza, and a vegetarian pie with a cauliflower crust. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
Starting off very warm and dry this morning. Later this afternoon, it's hot and humid, and we'll watch out for a few afternoon storms that may last into the evening. The high temperatures in the mid to maybe some upper 90s showing up. An early evening shower or storm, otherwise partly cloudy, the low in the low to mid 70s. And then for the day tomorrow, maybe an isolated shower or storm. It's hot and humid with the highs again in the mid to perhaps upper 90s. I think a better chance for some storms Thursday. I'm Mike Mays in the North Carolina News Network Weather Center.
Right now it's sunny and 77 degrees here in the Sandhills. Humidity 91%. Dew point is a very sticky 74. Pressure is 3011. Winds north of 1 gusting to 2. Oh, that's going to be a big relief. And visibility is at 10 statute miles. 8:13. Let's take a look at your Sandhills news for this Tuesday morning, one person was airlifted with serious injuries after a head-on collision in Aberdeen on Sunday. The accident occurred on Kaiser Street in front of Aberdeen Primary School around 2 p.m. A Honda Accord and a Chevy S10 pickup collided. The passengers of the truck were transported by EMS to the Aberdeen Fire Station on Highway 211, where a waiting helicopter transported the patients to the UNC Trauma Center in Chapel Hill. The two other victims were transported to Moore Regional Hospital by EMS for treatment of the injuries. Law enforcement would like to warn the county's citizens about a possible scam artist who has surfaced in the area. Law enforcement has received reports of a white male operating a faded blue in color Chevrolet truck equipped with ladder racks and ladders from Florida with a license plate EXY-W07. The subject has been reported to show up at area churches and beg for money, food, shelter, etc., in exchange for work being done on his part. Citizens should immediately report any unusual suspects or suspicious activity to the Sheriff's Office or by calling the Moore County Sheriff's Office tip line. That's your latest Sand Hills news this morning, but stand by. Here comes all your latest in sports. Right here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. It is 8:16.
NZN Sports, I'm Josh Zach. The Dodgers have rediscovered their success since Friday, outscoring their opponents by a margin of 34-8 while winning 3 straight since a 4-game skid. The Phillies were the latest victim as Cody Bellinger took over the Major League home run lead by slamming his 32nd and 33rd in the Dodgers' 16-2 laugher at Philadelphia.
That just kind of shows the kind of grit that we have, and everyone just wants to play well and perform. That's just what we're doing.
Elsewhere in the majors, the Reds earned a 6-3 win over the Cubs to cut Chicago's lead in the NL Central to 2 games over St. Louis, with Milwaukee another half game back. The Cardinals shut out the Pirates 7-0. The Braves doubled up on the Brewers 4-2. They have a 7.5 game lead over Washington now in the NL East. The Giants buried the Rockies 19-2 in Game 1 of a twin bill in Colorado, then took the nightcap 2-1. Tampa Bay pulled within 5 games of the AL East leading Yankees on the back of Travis Arnaud's. His 3rd homer of the night was a 3-run blast that erased the Yankees' 4-2 lead in the 9th. The Rays beat the Bronx Bombers 5-4.
Huge win. Not bad for a day. I almost missed the bus. Yeah, to be up 1-0 in this series and win 3 in a row against the great team and the Yankees is big for us.
Almost missed the bus, and then he hit 3 homers. He should try and miss the bus again today. Rookie Michael Chavis hit a grand slam, and Andrew Benintendi drove in 3 runs, while the Red Sox built a 10-4 lead en route to a 10-8 win over the Blue Jays. The Angels, they're 4-0 since the All-Star break after Albert Pujols got 3 hits and drove in 3 runs to lead L.A. in a 9-6 win over the Astros. That trims Houston's division lead to 5.5 games over the Athletics. Oscar Mercado was 1 for 25 before homering twice last night in the Indians' 8-6 comeback win against the Tigers. Royals, they nipped the White Sox 5-2. This is NCN Sports.
Sometimes in life it doesn't get any better than a trip to Smithfield's.
Okay, here's a don't get any better. Smithfield's pork shoulder slow cooked fresh every day.
Here's better. Barbecue sandwich combo with fries and coleslaw.
Here's better. Barbecue platter.
Here's better. Combo platter with barbecue and that juicy southern fried chicken.
Here's better. The choices you love made fresh daily.
Break away from the everyday to Smithfield's Chicken and Barbecue.
There are millions of unused and leftover opioid pills in North Carolina alone, enough to stretch from the mountains to the coast. These powerful prescription pills are contributing to an epidemic that takes 5 lives every day. But there is something more powerful than opioids. All of us. We can take back our extra pills and ask our healthcare providers about alternatives for pain. Together, we can take back our communities. Learn how you can help end the epidemic at morepowerfulnc.org.
A person with knowledge of the situation says the Philadelphia 76ers and All-Star guard Ben Simmons have agreed to a $170 million 5-year contract. Simmons will make about $8.1 million this season, the last of his 4-year rookie deal. The New York Giants announced they've suspended safety Cam Moore amid charges he punched a woman, stepped on her neck, and rendered her unconscious. The alleged incident took place last Thursday. Moore appeared in State Superior Court in Union County to face the charges of third-degree aggravated assault. Former boxing champ Pernell Whitaker has died after he was hit by a car in Virginia. Virginia Beach police say the former fighter was walking when he was struck by the vehicle. Whitaker was an Olympic gold medalist and welterweight champion. He was regarded as one of the greatest defensive fighters ever. He was 55 years old. Josh Zach, NCN Sports.
Donuts so heavenly you'd think they were made by angels. Southern Angel Donut Company is now open for your heavenly pleasure in Olmsted Village behind the First National Bank. And the angels are up daily at 3 a.m. making donuts the old-fashioned way, preparing holy taste bud delights like the maple bacon donut or their special apple fritters. And hey, Southern Angel Donuts make great business icebreakers because who doesn't like a great donut? Give Southern Angel Donuts a try today. Open 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily.
Are you a do-it-yourselfer, home builder, or remodeler? If so, bring in the best deal you're getting in Moore County for your flooring, and Hardwood Liquidators will match it and beat it. Right now, we have over 130,000 square feet in our warehouse stacked with solid engineered, laminate, and waterproof luxury vinyl plank. Like the farmhouse look, our farmhouse bandsawn French oak solid flooring starts at $449 a square foot. Financing is available with approved credit. We're at 707 South Pinehurst off Highway 1, right across the street from McNeil Oil, or call us at 910-757-0478. Hardwood Liquidators. More floor, less money.
Opioid addiction is a crisis in Moore and surrounding counties, but there is a local doctor, Francis Corrigan of Solace Health, helping patients in recovery.
At Solace Health, we have had a great deal of success with opioid addiction treatment using medications such as Suboxone on an outpatient basis. Treatment is low cost as we accept all insurance, including North Carolina Medicaid. The treatment occurs in a very pleasant and private outpatient office setting where patients are treated with compassion and dignity. If you or your loved one needs help with opioid addiction or other drug or alcohol problems, please call us to speak to one of our nurses about our treatment program. We also have extensive experience in transitioning patients from methadone programs to Suboxone outpatient treatment.
Solace Health is located at 285 Olmsted Boulevard in Pinehurst. Call 910-295-7246. All calls are confidential. 910-295-7246 or visit recovermore.com. MOORE.
Aaron Cooper of Cooper Ford in Carthage wants you to know that you can't buy a new Ford car, truck, or SUV for less anywhere else, guaranteed. If you're in the market for a new Ford, what are you waiting for? Cooper Ford is the only locally and family-owned Ford dealership in Moore County. So if you're tired of the cold corporate climate of other dealerships, trade up for a family-friendly hometown dealer. Right now, get 0% APR financing for up to 72 months on the all-new 2019 Ford F-150 or the 2019 Ford Mustang. With no games, no gimmicks, just upfront, honest pricing and certified service after the sale.
I'm Aaron Cooper, and I want to know you by name. Come in today and let Cooper Ford show you how car buying should be.
Come to Cooper Country today, just a few short minutes from the traffic circle off 15501 in Carthage, or on the web at cooperford.net. Cooper Ford, working hard to be your hometown dealer.
Here's Jenny from Pinehurst, a patient at Sandhills Weekend Dental.
It may seem odd to look forward to going to a dentist, but as I told Dr. Terry Ann Sams, I always feel better when I leave their office than when I came in. Dr. Sams and the staff at Sandhills Weekend Dental just make you feel relaxed.
Sandhills Weekend Dental, Highway 211, just past Harris Teeter. Open Wednesday through Friday, 9 to 4, Saturday, 9 to 2. Call for an appointment at 910-867-4423, 687-4423.
War Dog's Army Surplus Store in Southern Pines is Southern Pines' #1 surplus store. Serving the Fort Bragg area, we buy, sell, and trade military, tactical, outdoor clothing, and gear. We are your military surplus low-price leader and take pride in serving our local military members and community. Bring us your military gear because we pay more and sell for less than anyone in the area, guaranteed. At War Dogs, we make it our top priority to provide quality, high-end tactical gear at the lowest prices. Come in today and bring your used gear or check out our massive inventory, the largest in Southern Pines. We're open Monday through Friday, 10:30 until 5:30 and 11 to 4 on Saturday. We're located at 675 Southwest Broad Street in Southern Pines, right across the street from Beefeaters. Or give us a call at 910-920-7749. That's 920-7749. War Dogs, the Plumbing Night, would like to thank all of our valued customers for voting them Best of the Pines for the last 2 years in a row. Extraordinary service and integrity is the lifeblood of the Plumbing Night. Come see us at theplumbingnight.com.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. A lady in England was killed the other day. You can call it an accident, but I blame the turtles. The lady was 60 years old. Her name was Alina Struthers Gardner. The poor thing was carrying a glass with a 10-inch long stainless steel straw when she fell, and the straw impaled her eye. That injury was fatal. I'm sorry she died, and I don't want her death to be in vain, so let's talk about it a bit. Most people know by now that there's a big movement to ban plastic straws and plastic bags. The opponents tell us that literally millions of sea creatures die every year because of the use of these plastic bags and straws. Since plastic is so dangerous to sea life, some have turned to using steel straws. That's what poor Alina was doing when she met her fate. As sad as that was, this is not the time to back down. In fact, we need to work harder than ever. It should be clear to all that banning a plastic bag is worth much more than the life of an old bag. She should have been more careful. And yes, I know that was outrageous, but it's also true. We care more about the lives of a fish or a turtle than a human. And for the record, I don't believe there are millions of sea animals a year killed by plastic. In 70 years, I'd have seen at least one. I think it's typical, made-up, fake news. I don't buy it, not for 1 second. In the Zumwalt Zone.
That hot streak that began over the weekend continues again today. Today we're calling it day 4 of mid and upper 90s, and there are many more days of this to come. Later this afternoon, we're on the lookout for a shower or a thunderstorm. They'll be on an isolated basis, about a 30% chance. Mid to upper 90s the highs. Some evening showers and storms possible with low to mid 70s, and then a 20% chance for a storm Wednesday. It's partly cloudy, the highs again in the mid to upper 90s. I'm Mike Mays in the North Carolina News Network Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the Leader Man. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
What's today?
Okay, let me think. What's today? Tuesday?
2 for Tuesday?
Tuesday.
And I've got a great 2 for Tuesday.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Get a 2 for 1? 2 for 1.
2 for 1.
Kind of a 2 for 1 deal.
Yeah, I get it, okay?
I get it, but...
2 what?
2 what?
You get 2 for the price of 1.
Music.
And live entertainment.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's start the show.
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It is time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. I am Steve Leader Adams. The Colonel's off today. He'll be back tomorrow, but sitting in for him the last few days has been Dorothy Macklick, the boss around here.
Good morning, Steve, and good morning, Moore County.
Don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen around the world on a live video stream. That's available right now at talk973.com. Top middle of the page is where the link is located. On your mobile device, fire up your YouTube app, put Mornings with the Leader Man in there to see the video. Just look for the setting that says live now. And then, if you're just looking at our audio stream, you can get it on your mobile device with many streaming apps such as TuneIn, iTunes, Streamer. All free and available at your app store, and put WEEB into the search. If you're on our website, it's available to you in the upper right-hand corner of every web page where the icon says On the Air, Listen Live. Tap it once and you're listening just that quick. It's going to be awful for the next 10 days. Just every day, just a copy-paste situation. Partly cloudy, scattered thunderstorms. High in the upper 90s. Heat indexes in the 104 to 107 range every day. So now you know your forecast for the next week.
Yay! Let's attempt to make cakes outside.
Dew points will be in the 70s, by the way. Except for today, it will be 68 in the afternoon. So
Round up. Just round up to 70.
Yeah. Anyway, right now, winds to north of 1, gusting to 2, visibility 10 statute miles, pressure 30-11, dew point 74, which is awful. Humidity 91%, is sunny and 77 degrees. Currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right, it is 8:29 past the hour on this Tuesday morning. Let's see, where are we going to go first?
Crazy?
Let's go to rim shots.
Okay.
Do things a little, try to mix up our sequence a little bit. Not much. A little bit. Rim shots this morning. I get things off my desktop so I can get to them. All right. A relative unknown by the name of Austin Butler has been chosen to play Elvis in a new movie. They considered a few big-name stars, but none of them wanted to do a death scene on a toilet. That's where druggies tend to hang out, on the toilet. Because they're just too lazy to get up.
Yeah.
They go in the line, shut the door, and be by themselves, and they just stay and stay and stay.
Well, that's one of the few places you can truly go to be alone.
Boba Fett action figure went for $112,000 in an online auction.
Okay.
It just goes to show you that you can save a ton of money when you're not spending it on dating. George R.R. Martin says, fan hated, it should be fans. George R.R. Martin says, fans hated the final season of Game of Thrones, will not change his plans for the books, which is at this point is apparently just to lay on a pile of money, eating M&Ms and not finish them.
Yeah, it is a big wonder whether or not he's actually going to finish the books.
Why should he?
I don't know.
It's already been on the big screen. Bob Dylan and Neil Young performed together for the first time in 25 years. Audiences say they would have been thrilled if they could have understood a word either of them said. Bob Dylan and Neil Young. Miley Cyrus says once she had sex, she knew she can no longer play Hannah Montana. I feel the same about radio, which is why I'm still in radio. Who says I don't take punches at myself? Huh?
Yeah, I know. You do on occasion.
Lamar Odom says he's embarrassed about being kicked out of the Big Three basketball league. Though, fortunately for Lamar Odom, embarrassment is an emotion he's very familiar with. 12% of men think they could win a point off of Serena Williams. Yeah, in beer pong.
I was going to say, not in tennis. Unless she was blindfolded or something.
Former Dallas Cowboy coach Jimmy Johnson turned 76 today. So what do you get a guy who's endorsed everything? Disney World is under a rabies alert.
Okay.
But look on the right side. It's easier to get rid of It's a Small World out of your head when you're dead.
I hate that song. That's one of those that sticks for days.
Well, when you're a kid, you're going through the ride. And,
yeah.
You know, I saw it in Disney World. And
yeah.
One time I went.
But that's it's just one of those songs that just sticks in your mind and drives you crazy.
Well, it's still stuck in mine.
Yeah, and probably it's going to be running through my head later because you mentioned it.
This was 30 years ago. Starbucks will stop selling newspapers because millennials, causing Start that one again.
Scratch, start over.
Yeah. Starbucks will
Yeah. Next, skip that one. I don't think that one's going to come out.
Yeah, sleeping pill's still in me, I think. Starbucks will stop selling newspapers because millennials, they're...
You are not destined to read that line.
I won't read it because it's a good one. Starbucks will stop selling newspapers, causing millennials to ask, dude, what's a newspaper?
I know what it was. Colt gassed you. You couldn't think straight.
Yeah. Let's see. Today we describe it as the pathetic, racist, failing pilot.
Yeah.
That's the newspaper.
Oh, okay. That's the local newspaper.
So now what am I going to roll up and smack those insufferable baristas with when I go in there?
Your tablet? Because that's where the newspaper will be.
Drinking soda increases your risk of cancer by 18%. Oh, I get it. The doctor in Dr. Pepper is sarcastic. A new medical study says eating ground grasshopper, black ants, and mealworms could prevent you from getting cancer. Well, bring it on.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Meanwhile, just hearing that story could prevent you from eating lunch.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
I bet they could grind it up. You never know it's there.
Maybe if you could do it so that you didn't know it just afterwards.
If it prevented cancer, I could just put it in a pill form.
Yeah, this is true.
Swallow it.
Call it something else, though. I don't know. I have a problem eating bugs. I think if it came down to it, I could, but if there's other options available, I'll take the other options first.
A Canadian man used a case of beer as a booster car seat. Well, that's insane. What if he's in an accident and the towel doesn't protect the beer from impact? Come on, man. Wasting good beer?
Heaven forbid.
Robert Mueller's testimony to Congress was delayed a week. But when a horse is already dead, does it really matter when you beat him, huh?
Apparently not.
Today is the second round, or I should say the second day, or day 2 of Amazon Prime Days. Some merchandise is selling very well, but other stuff not so much. Here is the worst-selling items during Amazon Prime Days.
Okay.
Let's see. Go back to your own country, Barbie. Tickle Me R. Kelly. Boeing 737 MAX crash and burn playset.
I like that one. I should go find one of those.
Fisher Price Little People Refugee Detention Center. Other Prime Day items not doing well on Prime Day sales. Nike Air booty gigs.
Okay.
He's the guy running for president, the gay man.
Oh. Sorry, I missed that. That one went over my head.
I know. I'll gotta get you.
My blonde is showing. Sorry.
Joe Biden's signature edition massage chair. Beer fart scented candles.
Hey, give Colt some competition. You ought to get a couple.
Post Malone body wash. Yeah, I don't get this guy. His stardom.
Most people stardom. I don't get.
I mean, his songs are just weirder than dirt.
I can't say that.
And his face looks like prison ink all over his face. You know, it's just,
I can't say that I've seen him, so I have honestly no clue who you're talking about.
Well, go.
I live under a rock, apparently.
Go listen to. Oh, I did too. I had to doing research, and he was part of a punchline, so I looked him up. And I listened to some of his songs and went,
why?
Yeah. Other things not selling well on Prime Day include limited edition Area 51 tinfoil hats.
I get one of those for free at home.
The O.J. Simpson kitchen knife set. Chris Christie's weight loss secrets. And last but not least, pee to drinking water filtration kit. So there you go.
Just what we all need.
That's what's the not hot sellers on Amazon are all about. All righty then.
Okay, so we should be able to get those items really dirt cheap if they're not selling.
I would think.
We should get a collection for the front office there.
All right, it's time to measure Dorothy's testosterone, and we do this with the Colonel every week.
Okay.
And we measure his estrogen and testosterone and see where he's at. He's always either heavy testosterone or imbalance. He's on, leans on the manly side of things.
Oh, okay.
Let's see how you do.
Okay.
First, we're going to ask you questions that real men would know the answer to.
Okay.
These are testosterone questions.
Okay.
So these are questions that real men would know the answer to. Quantico, Virginia. Turn that thing so you can't see it.
I can't see it. I can see that it's yellow, but I can't read the words.
Quantico, Virginia has the largest base for which military branch? Now, you get 2 points if you can tell me off the top of your head instead of 1 after I give you multiple choice.
I'm thinking. I'm not real sure which branch
Is
it is.
The Marines, the Army, or the Navy?
My first instinct says the Marines. What? Okay.
Wait a minute.
You got to bring out your little
buzzer. Yeah.
My first instinct is to say the Marines.
Were you sticking with that?
Yes.
Ding, you're correct.
Okay. I was tossed up between that and the Navy.
What baseball stadium imposing left field wall became known as the Green Monster after it was painted in 1947?
The what? Oh crap! I'm
Okay,
First thing that pops into my brain is Wrigley Field.
I'll give you multiple choice.
Okay.
Dodger Stadium, Yankee Stadium, or Fenway Park?
Fenway Park.
Ding.
I couldn't remember. I knew where it was, but I couldn't remember the name of the place.
All right. Which toy company is responsible for the creation of the first ever action figure G.I. Joe?
Barbie or Mattel?
Was it Milton Bradley, Mattel, or Hasbro?
Mattel. No?
No.
Milton Bradley.
Milton Bradley? No.
Really? Wow.
Hasbro.
I knew it was one of the three of them.
So you got 2 points. Let's see how you do with the estrogen question.
Okay.
These are questions from men that women should know the answer to.
Okay.
Which of the following is least helpful for maintaining youthful-looking skin? Salt, caffeine, or nicotine?
Least helpful?
Least helpful.
Nicotine.
Ding! Nicotine it is. Which of the following was not an all-girls group?
Okay.
The Go-Go's, Roxette, or the Bangles?
Was not an all-girls group?
Yep.
You said the second one, the Rockette?
Rockettes. No, Rockette.
Rockette, yeah, them.
Ding. Wow. Now you 2 points. You're 2-2 right now.
Yep.
And thirdly, in the romantic comedy Notting Hill, who is Julia Roberts' co-star?
Notting Hill was, oh, crud, what's his name? I can see his face. I can't think of his name.
Is it Matt Damon?
No.
George Clooney?
No.
Hugh Grant?
Hugh Grant.
Ding. Well, you're in pretty good.
I have actually never seen Notting Hill, but I remember the cover of the promos.
Well, you did very well. You got you're slightly more estrogen than testosterone. That's a good balance.
See?
A good balance. So you lean to your side.
That's a good thing.
All right. Well, let's see if you're smarter than a fifth grader now.
Now, that one's debatable.
The following come from a standard fifth grade curriculum in the U.S. Get 4 out of 5 correct, or you ain't got the sense of a fifth grader.
Okay.
Who was the first person to sign the Declaration of Independence?
Oh, crap. I should know this. John Hancock.
Ding.
I was just thinking I always ask you for your John Hancock on payday.
What do you call phrases like raining cats and dogs and piece of cake? Is it an oxymoron, an adage, or an idiom?
Idiom.
Ding. Which point of view does narrator use in the following sentence? She glanced back at the sink and distinctly heard the sound of drip, drip, drip.
Third person?
Was it first person, second person, or third person?
Third person.
Ding.
You need to get a little, positive ding button over there for me. I'm on a roll.
Do you want your positive ding button?
You don't seem to use it very often.
I'm trying to find it. I thought it was right under the buzzer.
Under the buzzer?
Yeah. No.
That's okay. You don't have to find it. I'll get over it. It's hidden in all those millions of icons on your desktop. See, I keep telling you to clean it up.
Oh, there it is right there.
Okay. Don't you have more questions for me?
See, it's not very exciting.
See, now that you've pulled it out, I won't get another one right. You realize that, right?
I'm putting it back.
Oh, okay.
I'm expecting you to get all the rest of them wrong.
Oh, thanks. Your confidence in me is overwhelming.
Yeah. Where'd it go?
You lost it?
It jumped. I don't get it. I could lead the page, come back, and it's jumped to a different spot. All right, we did. All right, two more. What is 22/69th rounded to the nearest whole number?
22/69th?
22/6/9. 6/9. 22/69.
I haven't the foggiest notion.
Rounded to the nearest number. Is it 22, 23, or 20?
22/23.
That's right.
Okay.
And do you know how you got that?
No, it was a total guess. I figured if you give me two choices, I have 50-50
If
shot.
you got 22, you got 22. When you got 6/9, well, that's more than half.
Yeah, I
So
suppose.
it's got to go to the next number up.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, for me, it was a complete and utter guess.
All right, fill in the blank with the proper reflective pronoun.
Okay.
Mrs. Jones bought blank a cup of coffee. Her, them, or herself?
Herself.
Ding.
You had this look on your face like you didn't want me to.
Well, you are smarter than a fifth grader today.
Well, sometimes days that's debatable. I guess today was a good day. I must have the brain.
You must have helped your kids at least through fifth grade.
Well, see, Ken and I share a brain sometimes, and apparently it's in my head today and not his.
Oh, is that it?
That's it.
All right. Well, you did very good. I'm shocked.
Hey.
Usually you get stumped on one of them.
I'm just a good guesser, that's all.
I guess so. All right, bad guy time.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
Yeah.
What we've got here is
What?
failure to communicate.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna
All right, my friends, it's time once again to get up and strut across the floor in the style of the Duke John Wayne. Open up our closet doors, look at all 30 of our safes. Today we're going to go to safe number 9. Open her up, reach in, and grab our weapon of choice with an M109 sniper rifle, which can hit you right between the eyes and with 2 miles away.
Nice.
With perfect accuracy. With API bullets in it.
Okay.
That's armor-piercing bullets.
Okay, good.
So
I'm
we
glad
can
you
shoot you on the
clarified.
inside of your own damn tank.
I'm glad you clarified because I'm clueless.
So don't be messing with me today. All right, we'll take that, throw it over our shoulder, pin on our badge, grab 5 cans of some super whoop ass, as we're now out the door on our way to take on the bad guys. So we go in pursuit of stupid criminal news. Stupid criminal news number one. Something tells me this guy's night didn't go the way he wanted it to.
Uh-oh.
36-year-old Chris Sutton was staying at a hotel with his wife in Florida Keys over the weekend, and they decided to be adventurous. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
They decided to go to a strip club together called Woody's. I don't get the Woody's part, but...
Classy.
Must be referring to a station wagon. Remember the old Woody station wagon?
Yes, I do.
But then he freaked out when the strippers pulled his wife on stage and she went along with it. Apparently they were undressing her and she was cool with it.
Uh-oh.
Well, Chris wasn't, and he started yelling at her, so she walked off stage and left. A random guy saw them arguing in the parking lot and heard Chris threaten to kill her if she left. So he stepped in to help. Got punched in the nose for his
troubles.
Yeah. You want to be a man in my circle? With my wife? Yeah, here's your consequence. Chris claims he didn't punch the guy, told the cops the blood they saw was on his shirt from a fall. The wife says he didn't get physical with her, but he's facing battery charges for punching the random guy who tried to help.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how far they got with the clothes.
I was just thinking, why not leave her up there, man? She can make some tips or something.
Yeah.
Get some free drinks.
I like this strip club. Let's go pick on the guy's wife.
Yeah.
Bring her in here on Woody night. Are you kidding me?
That's just strange. Very strange.
All right. Stupid criminal news number 2 this morning. If you got a little something illegal in your car, maybe you shouldn't speed. This guy just didn't have a little something illegal. A 25-year-old guy named Manuel Torres from Quebec, Canada, was pulled over last week for speeding in his minivan. Oh, of all things to get pulled in, a minivan. This happened in Queensbury, New York. When the police came up to the car, he thought that he smelled some weed.
Uh-oh.
And when he searched the vehicle, yeah, he smelled it all right. He found 179 pounds of marijuana and a bunch of duffel bags. Manuel was arrested on 2 felony counts for criminal possession of marijuana and conspiracy. And now it seems like you can't even go to the food court anymore without trouble.
Uh-oh.
It's been a tough couple of years for tiki torches. First, they became the official light source of Nazis during the Charlottesville disaster. And then this. On Thursday, 2 guys got into a fight at a mall court in Madison, Wisconsin. And they were both armed with tiki torches. Apparently, they grabbed them from the restaurant's patio and started sword fighting with them. Luckily, they were electric tiki torches, so the guys weren't
going to burn themselves down,
swinging open flames. The police say that the fight started because one of the guys gave the other guy a ride from Chicago, but then got mad when the guy wouldn't pay him, would not buy him a cell phone. So they started swinging tiki torches.
The visual on that is just mind-boggling.
One of the guys ran off before the police showed up, but the other is a 21-year-old named DeMont Lacey Farr. And he was arrested for disorderly conduct while armed and criminal damage to property.
Sword fighting with tiki torches. Now, there's something I hadn't thought of.
Yeah.
Sounds like an Olympic sport.
I still vote for the guy's wife taking it off on stage. Anyway, that, my friends, is your stupid criminal news for this Tuesday. Don't forget, of course, tomorrow during the 8 o'clock hour, we'll have the Zoom Wall extended zone here.
Mm-hmm.
All righty, let's push forward. Get everybody's favorite part up here.
And now it's time for
Random facts.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, a random fact for today, and maybe a spare. Babies have around 300 bones at birth. Eventually, those bones fuse to the standard 206.
Mm-hmm.
The Departed is the only remake that's ever won an Oscar for Best Picture.
Really?
Yeah. Of the famous 57 varieties of products that Heinz originally made, ketchup was number 43. From 1948 to 75, there was a federal holiday on the second Monday in August called Victory Day to celebrate Japan surrendering in World War II. It was abolished in 1975 because one state still celebrates it, which is Rhode Island.
Okay, that's an odd state to celebrate, but that's okay.
And Rick Moranis was the first pick to be Ace Ventura, but he turned it down, so it went to Jim Carrey.
I can't imagine Rick Moranis as Ace Ventura. It might have fit. It might have worked.
It's better than Mr. Overacting Jim Carrey.
Yeah, well, I'm not a fan of Jim Carrey, so.
No, he's a douche. He really is.
Yeah.
All right, and that's your random fact for today. It is 8:55, 5 away from top of the hour.
There's just some strange grumbling noises, Steve.
Just picking what's the best of what I have left.
Oh, okay.
In the first year of your baby's life, you spend a ton of time worrying and very little time sleeping.
That's a fact.
And the 12 minutes or so left over, you get to experience joy. According to a new survey, moms spend more than 1,400 hours worrying about their baby during the first year. And that adds up to over 8 entire weeks. Moms also do an average of 330 Google searches on possible health issues in the first year, which is almost one a day.
I was just say that's probably for first-time moms, because once you've had 2, 3, 4, and so on, you're just like, if you're still breathing, I'm good.
You're in the so on category.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, you're so very careful with number 1, and the number 2 is just like, they're not dead. We're okay.
And then when number 1 didn't turn out like you wanted, you go, what did I do wrong?
That's why I had 5.
They reach out to people for advice 337 times, or almost once a day.
Mm-hmm.
The top 5 things they worry about are, obviously, the baby's overall health.
Mm-hmm.
If the baby's hitting milestones at the right age, like walking.
I'd say rolling over,
Yeah.
crawling,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's understandable.
Saying dada or mama first. The amount of milk or formula the baby's taking,
Yeah.
if they're growing like they should, and if they're getting the right amount of nutrition. How did we ever survive childhood without Google?
I don't know. Like I said, how did we make it to be our age?
They didn't have baby food when my father was a baby. If they did, it wasn't readily available.
No, formula's been available for a while,
Because
but it's just wasn't.
my
done.
grandmother pre-chewed the food for him, and they gave it to the kid.
Yeah. It's called
Gross. That's what it's called. Ew, gross.
My mom made baby food.
She made baby food.
Yeah, well, she used to make canned things like applesauce and whatnot, and so
Yeah.
you just put it in the Foley food mill, grind it up, give it to the kid. Now we have blenders to do that.
Now we have Gerber to do that.
Heck, baby food's expensive. What are you talking about?
I wouldn't know. That and diapers I've never had the privilege of asking for. All right, so and nobody showed up on my doorstep and said, "Daddy." So it goes for this Tuesday. Have yourself a great, safe day. We'll see you back bright and early tomorrow for a Hump Day Wednesday already. Until then, be sure to support the mom and pop businesses you hear on our airways because they are the backbone of our economy here in Moore County. The money will stay here. It will roll over. It will create jobs for all of us when you give the locals first crack at your spending dollars. And don't forget, millions of Americans have fought and they have died to give and protect the freedoms that you get to enjoy today. So live today worthy of their and their family's sacrifice. I'm Steve Leader Adams and the Leader Man and Nikki Culture Dog. We'll all see you at 2 o'clock this afternoon at the hot, steamy dog park.